A very good evening to you. I'm Ryan Broom with the Sunday, February 11th edition of the CBC Evening News. In our top story, Chief Justice Sir Marston Gibson is appealing to men to take a more active role in the fight against crime. Kareem Smith tells us more.
The Chief Justice is tired of seeing young men on the pages of the country's newspapers charged with criminal offences. During the Barbados Boy Scouts Association's award ceremony, Sir Marston, who is also the Chief Scout, expressed concern about the number of men involved in crime. He believes associations like the Scouts play a vital role in the fight.
It's hurtful, it's bothersome, and I have told the Governor General and Chief Commissioner that it's going to be part of my mission to
try to get men to come back into the association. We don't need perfect men. We just need men who believe that we have to cultivate the next generation to whom we will hand this nation over.
Meanwhile, Scout Commissioner Dr. Nigel Taylor praised the efforts of Scout leaders. He says despite the association's financial issues, it will embark on a rebranding program to improve the association's standard.
We're going to rebrand it in training. We're going to rebrand scouting in the area of the programmatic element. We're going to rebrand training to the best of our ability. And because of that, I am very happy that you were recipients of awards.
A number of top scouts were awarded for their efforts amid calls for other men to join the movement. Kareem Smith, CBC News.
Thanks, Kareem. Well, after being closed last Thursday and Friday, the Granny Adams Memorial Secondary will reopen tomorrow, February 12th, and officials from the Ministry of Education will be present to address the student body. This as education officials continue to work with staff at the school to find solutions to the challenges affecting that institution. The ministry met with teachers and non-teaching staff last week to hear their concerns following a stabbing incident at the school last Tuesday, February 6th, involving 4 male students. The chairperson of the meeting, Deputy Chief Education Officer Joy Adamson, told staff that the ministry's personnel present would have noted their concerns and suggestions and taken them back to the ministry for further discussions with Chief Education Officer Kieran Best and Education Minister Ronald Jones with the aim of charting a coherent way forward for the school. The main areas raised during that meeting included the need for more guidance counselors at the school to deal with students with emotional problems, additional security, training for teachers to deal with students with learning disabilities, and a need for curriculum reform to suit the cognitive abilities of students at the school. Dedicated, humble, a visionary. These were just some of the words used to describe former Prime Minister Sir Lloyd Erskine Sandiford during a ceremony held in his honor. Sharika Griffith tells us more.
Over the course of 2 hours, former students and colleagues spoke highly of the man who wore many hats. They told the tale of Sir Lloyd the teacher.
There must be somebody in your life that is able to guide you, to contribute, to give you a hand up as opposed to a handout, but more importantly to give you guidance and inspiration. And I think that if nothing else, Sir Lloyd Erskine Sandiford gives that to so many people, including myself.
Sir Lloyd the politician.
He did not need to be caught up in a last-minute campaign because he had his organization, he had his teams, his captains, his canvassers who he would send out and get the pulse and the feel of the various communities within the constituency. And we would all report back to him. And he probably was the first individual who took a scientific approach to campaigning because he had his questionnaires, his internal polls, and he had the statisticians who would then analyze that information. And Sir Lloyd would then only need to go out and quiet fires where there were fires brewing.
They spoke of the man who stood firm amid strong criticism on his decision to establish the Barbados Community College.
BCC has led in many respects to the transformation of Barbadian society by exposing persons who have hitherto could not benefit from post-secondary education and giving them an opportunity to go to BCC and then move on to the University of the West Indies. And that has led to tremendous transformation in the socio-economic landscape in Barbados. It has led to the creation of a middle class. and that is something that cannot be gainsaid.
Former Chief Education Officer Ralph Boyce recalls a conversation he had with Sir Lloyd on a controversial matter.
Those were the days when ministers traveled first class and public officers traveled economy class. I was invited by him to sit with him to discuss the matter. At a crucial point in the discussion, he brought the discussion to a very abrupt end by saying, "Brother Boyce, the plane is about to land. Please go back to your seat."
And when time came for the guest of honor to say his piece, Sir Lloyd offered an apology to his critics.
I am sorry if I offended you. And I also say that to you I ask for your forgiveness. The things that you did not like, you are still enjoying Barbados?
During the ceremony, several performances highlighted the musical talents of past and present students of the Barbados Community College, much to the delight of Sir Lloyd. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Thanks, Sharika. Well, we take a pause here, but we have your regional and international news up next. Welcome back. Well, ground has been broken in Dominica on a Marriott branded hotel. The 120-room boutique property at Portsmouth will be operated by Trust Hospitality under the Autograph Collection Hotels brand of Marriott. It is expected to open in late 2019. The project is being funded by the real estate component of Dominica's Citizenship by Investment program. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt welcomed Marriott into the country, calling it a proud and prestigious moment.
Developments like these have been elusive in the town of Portsmouth for many decades. I believe many of you who older than me may have even given up on the day when you would see such developments in Portsmouth. Thank God we are alive and we can witness it today. But it speaks to perseverance and it speaks to a very clear mission that this government articulates. And we in Dominica, sometimes we allow our petty differences to get in the way of bigger things for our country, more constructive things for our country. And this is why we've always said to Dominicans that the CBI program must be immune from partisanship.
Meanwhile, Marriott's Director of Operations for the Caribbean, Brock Halter, is confident the hotel project will bring growth to Dominica.
We at Marriott are really excited about the project, and this hotel, as an autograph collection, is going to be a great example and representation of what the autograph brand is. And that is exactly like nothing else. So, as Nisha so eloquently was describing to us, the autograph brand, she's exactly right. It's exactly like nothing else. It is unique, selected to be in locations that are individual, where only the spirit and the heart of the location can drive what the hotel truly is.
Trinidad and Tobago police have confirmed that they had detained 3 more people in connection with a plot to carry out criminal activities during the Carnival celebrations that will end early this week. Acting Police Commissioner Stephen Williams told a news conference that 7 people are now assisting the authorities in their probe of that alleged plot that some Western governments have linked to possible terrorism activity. Williams told reporters that the investigations remain live and assistance is forthcoming from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Now, last Thursday, Western countries warned their nationals about a possible terrorist threat after the Trinidad and Tobago police confirmed they had detained several people who were planning to disrupt the annual Carnival celebrations.